Hey guys, Red here, and we are back with another SCP reading. I am actually really loving these, and I am starting to get through them quicker, and I love that. The reason why you've been seeing a lot of these rather than my usual, um, playthroughs or random games and stuff like that is because, well, recently for some reason I've been getting up later in the mornings and I don't have time to set up the game and everything else. And it's quicker to record an SCP reading than it is to set up my game. Also, me and the Bat family, um, that's me, Mrs. Bat, Baby Bat, all of that stuff, are going on holiday over in the next couple of weeks. So you will see pretty much from now until when I come back from holiday, this is pretty much what my channel is going to be. It's just every day is going to be a new SCP reading. Okay? And if you like that, amazing, because I love reading these, I really do. If not, well, there are there is an infinite amount of other content on um, YouTube. And if you do bear with me, I will be getting back to Elden Ring and Far Cry 6 and Minecraft because I do love playing those games. But but I don't have time at the moment because obviously my family comes first. And so that is where I'm at the moment. So I'm not going to be stopping the games because I love Elden Ring is one of the best games I've played in my entire life. And I'm trying to get through Far Cry 6 before another game comes out, which is Hogwarts Legacy, which I am definitely going to be playing on the channel as soon as it comes out, like I did with Elden Ring. Except I'm probably not going to restart it because Elden Ring is incredibly difficult, and I don't think Hogwarts Legacy is going to be as difficult. Anyway, enough with the preamble. It's time to do another SCP reading, starting with SCP-46, Predatory, Hollybush. SCP-46, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedure. The land surrounding SCP-46 has been purchased and surrounded by multiple layers of security, including fencing, barricades, and lethal effect traps. Multiple signs marking the area as private property and to be prominently displayed. The area is to be heavily guarded at all times to prevent access by civilians to SCP-46. All personnel working around or within a 50-kilometer radius of SCP-46 are to undergo rigorous medical testing to ensure the absence of any potentially life-threatening illnesses. Additionally, increased mental health examinations are to be administered to ensure that no personnel inclined or potentially inclined towards self-harm or self-destructive tendencies are allowed within 50 kilometers radius. Any injured personnel are to be evacuated to a hospital outside of the 50-kilometer zone around SCP-46. All vegetation surrounding SCP-46 is to be destroyed, and all animals attempting to access to SCP-46 are to be terminated and destroyed before reaching its outer perimeter. Any personnel showing unusual interest either in SCP-46 or in traveling to a region near SCP-46 are to undergo medical examinations as detailed above. Any modifications to these containment procedures are to be approved by O5 Command before being added to this containment document. Any personnel attempting to modify this document without appropriate authorization are to be demoted and reassigned. Description: SCP-46 is a predatory botanical mass located in southern Kentucky. SCP-46 is composed of two parts. 46-1 is a large mass of vegetative matter composed largely of plants indigenous to the region, including Quercus alba, Ilex aquaforum, and Laniqua supervenis. although several offshoots composed of other plant species are also present. SCP-46-2 is the land in the immediate vicinity of 46-1, extended to a roughly circular area 20 meters in radius from the base. This area is SCP-46's primary feeding area. SCP-46 is capable of attracting prey within a 50-kilometer radius through hallucinogenic means. All evacuations of personnel should carry them outside of the radius to disable SCP-46 effects. Animals, including humans, suffering from potentially life-threatening physical injuries or diseases, or who are afflicted by psychological disorders that induce self-destructive tendencies, feel a powerful compulsion to come to SCP-46-2 and lie in a prostrate position facing SCP-46-1. Individuals lying in such a position are rapidly attacked by an unusually powerful combination of saprophotic organisms and opportunistic infections, including several strains of methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, MRSA, known to induce necrosing facilis, also known as flesh-eating bacteria, a form of fungal spore similar to Stachytorbus chitarum, or black mold, which poisons prey organisms and induces paralysis, and finally, complete consumption by several, therefore two, unknown species of insects that emerge from the inside of SCP-46-1 during the final stages of feeding. SCP-46 appears to derive nutrition through the complete digestion of affected individuals, particularly larger mammals such as humans. It is unknown whether SCP-46 is capable of growth. As such, all steps are to be taken to ensure SCP-46 is deprived from prey until more information is known about its abilities. These effects are to include terminating individuals prior to their arrival of SCP-46 and disposing of their bodies in a separate location. Addendum 46-A. Investigation is ongoing into potential mimetic effects brought about by knowledge of SCP-46 due to an anomalous effect demonstrated by certain personnel in response to SCP-46. Access to Document 46-7 is restricted to Level 4 personnel and above. Document 46-7. This is an entirely different document, but it's for the same thing. So, Item 46, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The land surrounding SCP-46 is to be cornered off, marked as private property, surrounded by several layers of fencing. The area is to be guarded by no less than 10 guards, although minimal armaments are required. While knowledge of SCP-46 effect is not to be made widely known, personnel affected with life-threatening diseases may be permitted to enter SCP-46-2 after psychological screening for self-destructive tendencies. Likewise, D-Class personnel selected for termination may be effectively exposed to 46-2 to facilitate this process. Due to the lack of threat to Foundation security, individuals not employed by the Foundation may be permitted access to SCP-46, although Foundation needs for access take priority. Description: SCP-46 is comprised of two parts. SCP-46-1 is a cylindrical area 5 meters in diameter and 30 meters tall, containing several species of plant matter, including white oak, European hollybush, and Kentucky honeysuckle, although several offshoots composed of other plant species are also present. No anomalous traits have been detected in the molecular composition of the plants. SCP-46-2 is a clearing of grass extended approximately 20 meters around SCP-46-1. 46's anomalous effects extend primarily to animals, including humans, that are threatened by chronic or debilitating diseases or injuries. SCP-46 is frequently visited by such individuals. Humans of this type report having felt a compulsion to travel to 46's location, often reporting that the location came to them in a dream. Psychological evaluations have consistently shown that such individuals were not previously aware of either the Foundation or 46 specific properties. Individuals feeling this compulsion have all reported having been within the 50-mile-kilometer radius of SCP-46 at this time. This is believed to be the outer range of the object's compulsive range. Individuals who come to SCP-46 consistently describe a dream with which they lie down in the vicinity of 46-1 and rest. Immediately upon entering 46-2, individuals suffering from chronic pain or traumatic mental conditions will describe their symptoms as receding, accompanied by a feeling of calmness, relaxation, and euphoria. Individuals lying down in front of SCP-46-1 will begin to be covered by several vines similar to runners of... Hold on. Similar to runners of... No idea. Of Coidan dactician plants, also known as Bermuda grass, followed by the apparent sprouting of Bermuda grass all over the body. SCP-46 has no compulsive properties, and its effect will only manifest in individuals willing to experience the effects voluntarily. Individuals exposed to SCP-46 will remain communicative until they are no longer visible beneath the grass growing across their bodies. All individuals exposed to SCP-46 effect describe a feeling of peace and serenity, and a happiness that they were able to die pleasantly. SCP-46 appears to fully decompose individuals exposed to its effects within 2 hours, and may or may not use the decomposed tissue as a food source. Addendum 46-1. SCP-46 is to be reclassified as Euclid, and primary containment document is to be rewritten to demonstrate SCP-46's predatory nature by order of O5 command. Any reference to voluntary individuals are to be removed. Descriptions to be rewritten and emphasize the volatile and lethal nature of SCP-46 and the potential threat thereof. Addendum 2. There is no evidence whatsoever that SCP-46 is predatory, or has any desire to harm any creature unwilling to expose itself to 46's effects. Suggest original containment procedure be reenacted and voluntary access to 46 continued. No individuals are capable of breaching Foundation security once exposed to 46. As such, there is no reason to deny affected individuals the opportunity for relief. Likewise, there is no reason to make this entity seem more hostile than it actually is. Aside from a desire to portray every object in Foundation custody as dangerous, some things must be contained simply because they are strange. Dr. Edward Carter, Head Researcher, SCP-46. Addendum 3. Dr. Carter, Principal Researcher for SCP-46, is to be removed from his position and reassigned to the 1250 Project. Addendum 46-1 stands by order of O5 Council. Oh, okay, so what we have here is we have two very, very similar but different things. Documents. Okay, the first one is the one that everyone in the SCP Foundation would see, and the second one is the original one. Okay? And I think that the second one was made by people who were already affected, like Dr. Carter, by SCP-46, that want to be there, and they want other people to be there as well. Whereas the first one, although it might be a bit more sensationalized, would in fact stop people from dying, which is the Foundation's entire thing, is to, you know, contain these anomalies and make sure that they don't go out and kill anymore. So, that was SCP-46, and I think we're doing a one and done for today. So, thank you guys so much for listening. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because why not? It's free. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye.